All right, cool. Thanks.
What's going on, bro?
Luis, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
This is a real treat for me, man. You've been a favorite actor of mine for a long time, so I'm really
Thank you.
happy to talk with you for a few minutes about Guns Up. Your role as Ignatius, or Iggy as they call him in the movie. Talk to me about the character a little bit and how you came aboard this movie, man.
Well, my character is pretty much the jack of all trades when it comes to being confronted with all these crazy ass situations and, you know, uh, just navigating myself through it so I could go home at the end of the day and making sure the right people don't get hurt. Um, and he's a badass, but in a different kind of way, you know, meaning that again, he's not easily intimidated
Yeah.
by people, and it's like, it's kind of things with him are always like on the dare, like I dare you. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, you know what I mean? So, that's his calling card, really, and the fact that he teams up with Ray and Alice, the Kevin and Christina characters
Mhm.
to defeat these bad guys, because like I said, in the beginning, you're not really sure what side of the fence this guy's on,
Yeah.
you know? And as the story progresses, okay. Yeah, because I'm not gonna put up with these other guys. You know what I mean? They're like, nah, you
Yeah.
come to my place, you're gonna show some respect. You don't show respect, I will teach you respect, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And when they confront my boy and everything, and I take his side, and yeah, we make it all. We glorify all the action that was intended, and everybody gets to go home, and the family stays together.
Yeah, they keep your allegiances kind of in the pocket for a little while in the movie, which I like.
Yeah.
You seem to be attracted to a lot of these crime roles, crime movies. I mean, I remember your movies with uh with Soderbergh and Paul Thomas Anderson, and is the crime genre a favorite of yours?
No,
What's your favorite then?
I'm an artist, man. It's like to me, every single project is a different canvas. You know, um, I love to work. I love to work on good projects. You know, and I love comedy. I love drama. I love action. And that's what I do. I love the mystery sometimes of what's happening around me. Um, I like to see how things unfold around me, and then how I dive into that whole unknown, you know, and kind of just add my flavor to what's going on.
Well, this movie has a little bit of all that action comedy. How do you get prepared for a role like Ignatius? How do you get prepared for that?
Yeah, I kind of drive around the neighborhood like 3, 4 in the morning, you know, trying to start trouble. Usually, I don't find too many people because they're all gone or locked up. But no, how do you prepare for this? Man, just kind of I just psych myself up, you know, and I believe in myself enough to say I am the badass here, you know. I cannot be intimidated. And if you think you're intimidating me, you better think twice about it, And like I said, that's just how I flow, you know. I understand the circumstances, the situation, the scene, whatever it is that's going to go down. So for me, it works, because like I said, I just apply all these things that I feel are about the character, and I just go for it pretty much, and I just live it out.
You get to work with some fantastic people. We talked about Kevin James, Christina Ricci, also another favorite of mine, Melissa Leo. Talk to me about working with all of them together. What was it like on set? It seemed because this movie seems like it would have been a lot of fun to shoot, honestly.
Um, you know what? Straightforward. We all showed up. We all were there to support each other. We all showed up prepared. Um, we made sure that all the choreography for what we had to do was proper, making sure nobody got hurt. Um, I love Kevin James, I love Christina. And Melissa, Melissa was a gem to work with. Um, she's a pretty badass lady. So I just felt, yeah, first time I believe I worked with Melissa,
Mm.
and you know, it was an honor for me, man. Listen, anytime I get to wake up in the morning and go work with, some of these artists and stuff like that, it's a good day. It's a great day.
Yeah, I personally consider you one of the best character actors, working today. For you have been for a long time, man.
Thank you.
Is there like a special gift to being such a great character actor? I mean, you've been doing it for so long, man.
I guess number one is being humble,
Mm,
and then number two would be using my life as my reference to what I do.
mm,
Because again, in a real life situation, this would all be intimidating. I was like, oh man, listen, really, man, I gotta. But because it's a script, it's a story. You got, oh really? Okay, so what do you want to do here? And so it's like you kind of flip the whole psychology of the mind game towards the enemy into thinking, oh really? You have the upper hand? Okay, give me a second. And they're like, wait, what are you talking about? I said, what am I talking about? Oh, now I got you thinking. And so, it's all those kind of reflections and how they reflect back and forth to one character to another,
mm.
and how well you utilize the psychology of like, I'm not intimidated by any of these guys. That's it.
I remember, back in the day, trying to figure out how to word this exactly, but Puerto Rican actors would tend to be pigeonholed into playing certain kinds of roles, but you've been one of those actors that I think has really advanced that and opened up opportunities for other Puerto Rican actors over the years. What do you think about the state of Puerto Rican actors right now, working in Hollywood and how things are right now?
Well, you know what? It's not for me just Puerto Rican actors, you know, and it's not just Puerto Ricans really. For me, it's all about the whole Latino, the world, the Latin world
Yeah.
of talented artists, whether they're actors, directors, writers, cinematographers, sound people. Um, I think we have made advances. I know we have made. I don't think. I know we've made advances. Um, I mean, Jesus Christ. Let's see, we're superheroes now. You know. You know. I. But that's not to say that more work needs to be done, because certainly more work needs to be done. I feel that. We have to put ourselves into a position that we can green light our own projects too.
Mhm.
Because that's almost non-existent. And I think what happens is that to a certain degree, um, we're pretty much misunderstood culturally
Mhm.
across the board. Why do we say this? Why do we do that? Why do we behave this way? This is who we are. You know, you can't alter that. You know, you you can't tell me, oh, can you be more Latin? Because that's insulting.
Yeah.
If you don't know what Latin is, then don't ask me to be that, because I know I am that already. And that's across the board, because believe it or not, many years ago, I'm in an audition and the casting director goes, can you be more Latin?
Yeah.
And I asked that person, can you give me an example of what you mean? And they couldn't. And I got up and I walked out.
If they would have tried, I bet it would have been something insulting too.
Yeah, but you know what? I got the part anyway, so you know. But I didn't sell myself out. I'm like, oh, you want me to be more that? No, 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 no. This is what it is. This is what you get. And I walked out of there.
Luis, man, like I said, been a real treat for me. I love your work. I like your work in Guns Up as well, man. I hope I get a chance to talk with you again soon on something else in the future because I know you got something coming up because you you're
Yeah, we got
always in something,
Wednesday
man.
coming out in August.
There you go,
Be
man.
ready
I hope
for
I
the
get a
for the
chance to talk with
lit
you about that then.
talks. Yeah,
Luis, thank
baby.
you so much, man. This, like I said, you're a favorite of mine, so this is a real treat. So thanks a lot, man. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Travis. Have a beautiful day, brother.
Thanks you too, man. Thank you. Thanks for checking out the show. If you like what we're laying down, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell to receive notifications for all of our latest stuff.